I think the mics are working as they were before. Bob, if you've been following this since we started, Bob royally screwed this whole thing up by in episode one not having the recording going to the right microphone. So now we're doing it to these Hollyland. What Lark M2 I think is the product. So shout out to Hollyland sponsor. Looking for sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, I'm still drinking out of we're in Buffalo, New York, so we're not filming from our normal Cleveland Heights Ray's house location.
We're in Buffalo, New York. We gave out a shout out to Phil last week and give another shout out this week because Phil and Nikki are getting married this week, which is why we're in Buffalo. They're getting married tonight.
Happy couple. Yes, we are going to a wedding tonight. Ray's playing injured today. He took a little tumble.
I fell down my stairs.
So there was even a question of if he was going to come to Buffalo, if we were going to do this, if we were going to be able to continue. Was this podcast going to continue?
Was it going to continue?
We haven't even uploaded.
Were we going to power through?
Yeah.
Specifically me. No, I mean, you can see my knee here. It looks huge because it's got a compression band on it, which is the only way I can really move around. So yeah, anyways, I fell down my stairs like on a Sunday night. And I've been just dealing with it ever since. So like, yeah, last weekend, like we're filming on a Saturday,
right? Like
last Sunday fell down. I'm like, oh crap, I'm not even going to make it up for this wedding. Luckily, we're here. So
we're here.
We got beer. Oh, I didn't say I am drinking from a sibling rivalry brewery.
Is it sibling revelry? Revelry. It's in Westlake.
Westlake. Yeah.
I made the mistake of saying that Immigrant Son was in Westlake last time, but I corrected myself. It's in Lakewood. This one actually is in Westlake.
Yeah.
Despite being in Buffalo, New York, I continue to drink out of a Bookhouse brewing glass that I gifted to my father-in-law. Though contained in this Bookhouse brewing glass is a New York beer called Torque Wrench from Industrial Arts. So shout out Industrial Arts. We will take your sponsorship as well.
And I, of course, am, as usual, drinking a Masthead.
Keep that Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. I can't escape it. They make fantastic IPAs. If you're a West Coast IPA lover like my brother and I are, I'm not huge into hazies. I got kind of sick of them.
Right.
Bob still likes them, but
right.
I mean, you gotta find if you're looking for a great West Coast IPA, you can't go wrong with a Masthead. They make fantastic West Coast IPAs. And shout out to my favorite brewery in Cleveland, as always, Noble Beast Brewing, hands down, in my opinion, best West Coast IPA. Their Evil Motives IPA, Masthead or Noble Beast. If you want sponsor,
hey, sponsors.
We
love beer. We love money.
Mm-hmm.
To continue the theme of the last two episodes.
Avocado socks.
Love avocados.
Avocados. Sponsor.
Avocados from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that into a microphone and I'll say it into a microphone for money. I'll say almost anything into a microphone for money. So sponsors. To continue my regular introduction, we are Split Personalities. We're a podcast hosted by twins. We are hosts. This is over next to me, over here by the side of me. This is my twin brother Ray. I'm Bob.
Mm-hmm.
We're your hosts. And like episode 1, like episode 2, here now in episode 3, we're sticking with the childhood. We went from film to what did we cover in episode 2? Oh, gaming.
Yeah, film.
So episode 1, we stuck with film / kind of a TV show.
90s gaming.
90s gaming, and now we're jumping into the world of a big part of our childhood,
our
dear to us.
Really into anime.
Yes. Really I feel like
for most 90s child's introduction.
Yeah, I feel like for most
Toonami. Toonami.
If
Shout
you were a kid that didn't give a shit about Disney and you grew up with
No.
the real tunes,
No, we
the
never
Cartoon
watched
Network.
Disney.
No.
Only movies.
My wife finds that very weird that like she
We never
references all
watched the
these
Disney Channel. I don't know what it was.
like Boy Meets World, that kind of stuff. Like
Nope.
my wife will reference like when she sees,
Recess, like all those classic shows you would find on there.
for example, when I can't think of the actor's name, but he played Mr. Feeney
Boy Meets
in
World.
Boy Meets World. I would always she would see him on screen or I would see him on screen. I'm like, oh, that's John Adams because I knew him from 1776.
Ah, yeah.
So the guy who played John Adams in the show 1776 was also Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World, but she always found it weird.
We grew up with 1776.
That's what we knew.
Disney
That was
Channel.
our mom
Our
loved
mom
that
loved
movie.
it. She loved musicals.
She loved anything. And she even liked, I think she had the DVD set of like the John Adams. Like, I think she just liked the figure of John Adams. Like,
I think I bought her that. Didn't I buy
did you buy that? I don't know. She had a DVD set of
Yeah, like
all
the
of
HBO one.
Giamatti's HBO brand. Yeah, so he was
We just love John Adams.
anyways, we're talking about Dragon Ball Z today and John Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And
You'd no doubt be a fan.
yes, John Adams, could he reach Super Saiyan? We don't know.
No.
He didn't have a tail.
You reach president eventually.
He did get to president. So, like Ray said, we were two young American boys growing up, and like most young American boys in the mid late 90s,
Yeah,
early
it was like
2000s.
late, I want to say like 97, 98 when it
I feel like
when it made its way to when Toonami
when did
Toonami become a thing?
Yeah, because I feel like
Mm.
Toonami was like the edgier version of Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
had
yeah.
Cartoon Network with like the wholesome shows,
I
but
feel
then
like
you had
it would
Toonami.
come on to like right when we were getting home from school, so it was like the perfect timing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then Adult Swim was like the edgiest of like the
Mm-hmm.
cartoons, which we got into when we were like in high school.
Yeah,
The spoiler alert, that might be a show that premiered
yeah.
on
Yeah, I feel
Adult
like
Swim.
Adult Swim was like 99, 2000, somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah,
Another show we will probably dive into.
right.
We found on Adult Swim. So shout out to Cartoon Network, really.
Yeah, I mean, Cartoon Network was ahead of its time. I
Yeah.
feel like they really had some like bangers.
Yeah, for sure.
Not shows that they made, but they like their selection of some anime that they decided to like distribute in the US and
Mhm.
display in the US was on point.
That's cool. Yeah.
But Dragon Ball Z, so like Ray said, we got into that probably in the late 90s. I just remember coming home from like we'd come home from grade school and like the first thing we do was like go up to our uncle Tom's house. Like our uncle Tom lives above us
Yeah, we lived in like a duplex.
in a duplex, and I remember going up to his
We watched in his kitchen. Where would
I don't know. We
I have vivid memories.
he had like a
his
gaming
kitchen.
room.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it there though.
I feel like we did, didn't we?
Did we?
I don't know. Anyways, I just remember
I have
coming home.
vivid
From,
memories sitting in his kitchen, which it was weird because he had the tiniest kitchen probably in his house, or tiniest TV in his house was in the kitchen. So it's not ideally. I don't think it's there anymore.
we went up there to be rambunctious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever.
Tom had all the cool stuff.
Yeah, he had
all
like
the gaming
games.
systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had like all the cool shit that we would like go upstairs and like rummage around in.
Yeah.
You know? And it was sort of like just cool to go up there and hang out. But we would watch it up. We'd come home from grade school and we'd like the first thing we'd throw on is Dragon Ball Z. Got to catch up on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You know? And
Was it every day? Like they would play that
I
episode every
feel
day?
like, well, it felt like that show, unlike maybe other shows. I don't know, maybe this was the case with other shows, but it felt like this is going to be somewhat of a critique. It felt like a lot of Dragon Ball Z was filler. It's like the real, what you really wanted
Yeah.
to do was
I think we'll get into that a little bit as we dive into. I think specifically what we're diving into is the Saiyan saga and the Frieza saga.
right. So Raditz through them defeating Frieza on planet Namek.
Yeah.
Right. So, by the way, I just think that everything that happens past Frieza sucks.
Yeah.
Like since we're not going to get into it, we can
They just
talk a
gotta
little
keep
bit about that.
one upping everything. I mean,
Well, and that's the thing. Like, and when Cell then like when Cell comes, then they introduce the ability to like regenerate. Like you can't really kill him. Like you got to completely destroy him. Otherwise, like
yeah.
there's a little bit of him
I
left.
found the villains that interesting after
I feel like
Freiza.
they were all just copies of each other. Like they all could do the same things, but then they
Mhm.
could have like one element that was a little bit better than the other.
Yeah.
And one of the guy again, like with the last episode, some of the research that we did was watching some like brushing up on some of these topics are from our childhood, right? So like we have not approached them for years,
Hmm.
and so like I there's a lot of that happens in DBZ that I don't remember and or I have like vague memories of, or
Hmm.
like to the point of like, wait, did that even happen in the show or did it not? And so like in watching some of this guy on YouTube who's going through the recapping the seasons,
Hmm.
the Saiyan saga and Namek saga.
Hmm.
Um, I can't remember where I was going with this. There's a
We watched like a little recap of them, just
yeah,
to
but
kind of spark our own
there was a
memory.
point that he made.
Oh, about filler?
Oh, well, he makes a point about the show where like the show started not caring anymore about power levels. Remember that used to be like a big thing in the early seasons. Like
Hmm.
one of the more memorable lines from Vegeta is over 9,000.
Yeah.
Um, by the way, speaking of Vegeta, I am doing this sort of kitschy thing with our show now. I'm collecting memorabilia for every episode we did. So obviously in episode one, I bought a Transformer and I surprised Ray with it. Galvatron has now entered the mix.
Nice.
I bought him. Eventually, I'm going to redo a part of my house, and I think I'm going to make that's going to be where we film when we film from my place. And so far, we've just been filming it from Ray's place and now in Buffalo.
Hmm.
But
Expanding.
yes,
The universe,
the split
the
personalities
universe
universe
is
is expanding.
expanding. Uh,
So eventually someday we'll film from my house, but I think that I'm going to create some shelving to display some of the stuff I'm collecting. But I'm collecting things themed around the episodes we do. I ordered from the Exchange, which is like this gaming like secondhand store in Lakewood. They have other locations, but shout out to the Exchange.
mhm.
They've got a hunk coming for me for Resident Evil for the Resident Evil 2 episode we did.
Grim Reaper himself.
The Grim Reaper himself. For this episode, the speaking of the Exchange, picked this guy up at the Exchange. I got us a Vegeta. He's not no yellow hair or anything. He's got just got the black hair. It looks like he's about to like power up though.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to like. I know. I've seen clips of like. I feel like there's been a small resurgence of like
This I
DBC.
think is
It looks like he's gonna go into the blue
yeah.
hair, like
To
stuff.
be fair, like I mean, this was the best figure they had. And
Yeah,
I
I can like that.
probably would have. I like this one. I don't know, and I do
I'm
know
not
that
just
some.
thinking of the blue shirt, but like there should be
Yeah,
blue,
I'm not a
blue
big
hue specifically here around him.
Yeah, right. I'm not a
Mhm.
big Dragon Ball Super guy. But this is Vegeta.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be on the shelf at some point. But I'm doing this kitschy thing where I'm picking up items for every topic we cover. So
Nice.
eventually though that'll be the backdrop someday, I think, for the shows that we do. But Vegeta, right. So he does that whole yelling, oh 9,000 like he power levels were a big deal in the early seasons. Past Frieza, the point
Well, I mean, you don't see the scouters anymore.
past Frieza, the point that this guy makes is the show just kind of drops the discussion of power levels because it
Yeah.
doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
nobody cares about the power levels anymore. It's
Yeah.
like there's really only a few characters who, and I think we'll get into this, but like the one sad thing about post Frieza is like really none of the characters matter anymore besides
Goku, yeah,
and Vegeta, and
Vegeta
like
kind of like, but Vegeta is only like trying to one up Goku, like in power. All you gotta know is
right,
Goku's gonna be the one to save the day at the end.
right.
Until they tried to make his son in the Cell Saga the hero,
Well,
and then like once they get past Cell, like Gohan's not even. Anyways,
yeah,
we're here to talk about the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga.
Well, to give Vegeta a shout out, I think Vegeta like the early portion of the Andrew
Android?
Andrew
Andrews.
Android.
The Andrews.
The Andrews.
Hmm.
All the androids are named Andrew. Um, so the early portion of the Android saga, Vegeta was kind of a badass in that. Like when
Yeah.
he fights that first android and he reveals that he's a Super Saiyan,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
beats the
Yeah.
shit out of that guy and destroys
Yeah.
him.
Before Goku comes back.
After that, he's pretty soft after that. I'm like, I mean, like even Vegeta stops mattering. You
Hmm.
know, it's really like Goku, Gohan, and like nobody else matters.
Yeah. Vegeta just kind of becomes like the strong sidekick that Goku can rely on, but Goku always has to like finish the job
Yeah.
in the end.
Well, that's what, and whenever you see a character fighting a big enemy in the show that's not Goku, you're like, oh, this guy's gonna get his ass kicked at some point. Like he's gonna put up like 5 minutes of good struggle. He's gonna get a
Mhm.
hit in there now and there,
Yeah. Gohan's gonna
but
get a little man and get a couple hits in, but
he's gonna blast and think he destroyed the enemy, and then
Mhm.
and then the cloud disappears and it reveals the enemy's still there.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
like that. How many times does that happen in the
I mean,
show?
the show becomes the other thing is just becomes so predictable.
They might as well like copy and paste things that happen. Like,
Mhm.
oh, key blast, like energy blast, cloud, disperse, enemies behind the cloud, the shadow of the enemy, then you see the figure and he's laughing or something, like he's smiling, like ha ha
Mhm.
ha ha, like you're too weak for me.
Right.
I'm about to kick your ass.
Yeah.
And then the person who shot the blast being like, oh my God, that didn't work. Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
so okay, so the show starts, and Ray and I we'll reference Dragon Ball very briefly here, because it leads into the show that we really watched, which was Dragon Ball Z. But like Dragon Ball kicks off the series, well, it kicks off the
The
series.
new edition of the show.
Yeah, I mean like not genre, the franchise. Like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball is the early portion of the franchise, and it that covers Goku's childhood to his young adulthood. He's this boy born with a tail. Nobody really understands why he has a tail.
Hmm.
He kind of just showed up. Like, do we even know in Dragon Ball that he arrived on Earth in a spaceship?
Do they mention that? I have no idea, honestly. If they do.
He's just this weird kid with a tail, right?
Yeah.
And he bumps it, like he was sort of rambunctious, but he bumps it. That's also like another common thing that happens in this show.
Mhm.
Somebody gets a concussion and then they turn into a good guy. Like the
Yeah, the show's very pro concussion.
yes, like the that happens
Who
to,
else did it happen to?
well, it happens to
Krill. Krill was back.
no, it happens to Kami, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was supposed to, like, he was evil and then he bumped his head and he was good. I don't know. It doesn't just happen to Goku. It happens to somebody else in the show. And I'm just like, what is with this show and like people like getting head injuries and turning into good people?
I don't know.
Head injuries turn people into good people,
Concussions.
apparently. Uh, so they need to seek medical treatment. But so Dragon Ball happens. He's we don't know much about that series. We grew up with Dragon Ball Z, but like
Yeah.
Goku's this alien who arrived on he's a Saiyan.
Yeah.
He arrived on Earth. Saiyans have tails.
Yeah. I feel like DBZ was like the show to kind of explain the background.
Yeah, like
of,
Raditz
of
arrived.
Dragon Ball.
Okay, so let's get into Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball we don't know much about. We're hacks.
Mm.
Um, Dragon Ball Z kind of expands the universe. So like Raditz, who is Kakarot, that's Goku's Saiyan name.
Yep.
Raditz arrives on Earth to figure out why it's taking him so long to get to Earth, because he's like basically he comes to Earth to like check in on like has Kakarot conquered this planet yet?
Yeah.
Like he was sent to Earth to like dominate it, and like
Yeah.
for and,
Dad shows up. He's like, you have to call.
hey buddy,
know.
like
Didn't send a card.
you're like it's like the manager at your job is like coming by and like, dude, you're like 5 months, like you're like 20 years past the due date for this
Yeah.
for conquering the Earth thing. I put this in your I put this in your Microsoft Teams.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like this is the deadline.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like years beyond that. I had to take a spaceship to get here.
Yeah. Did you see my email?
Per my previous email.
Yeah.
Conquer Earth, please.
Mhm.
I don't even really understand why. Like the Saiyans like the Saiyans are essentially mercenaries because like planet Vegeta is now destroyed. The Saiyans later on you find out Frieza did it. But they
Yeah.
don't know at the time.
Any existing Saiyans minus Goku obviously are essentially mercenaries.
Eventually, they expand the survivors, but initially in season one, Raditz explains Kakarot slash Goku, Goku, uh, Vegeta, and Nappa were like the survivors essentially,
Mhm.
right? But then later on, it's like Broly and
Mhm.
this. I feel like the Tree of Might, which is a great movie.
Mm.
We're not going to get into the DBZ movies, but shout out Toonami that introduced us not only to the DBZ show, but they had some like Toonami was great about their introductions to like the movies. Like
Yeah.
it's like, hey man, you're like it was almost like the little space guy who was the host of Toonami was like the hype man. Like, oh man, you're about to watch the Tree of Might. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this shit's gonna be real. It's gonna be
Yeah.
lit. So Tree of
From the
Might,
Dead Zone.
Dead Zone was a good one.
Cool. Piccolo was like super badass in that one.
Yeah, that I always loved that movie because Piccolo
This
was
is like remember he
awesome.
knocks some guy into like a spike and then he just like
Like he
walks out
flips
and
him up and
before
then
before he's walking out of the room before he leaves the room it just goes
yeah,
kills him.
he's a monster. I remember that like where the villain is afraid of Piccolo.
Yeah.
Um but like most people in the show, Piccolo becomes a super soft and weak and nobody cares. Oh, and then what was the other movie? The World's Strongest, where like they're in this sort of like Antarctic setting.
Yeah.
And it's like that big
Mad
robot.
scientist thing.
Yeah. That one's pretty dope too. So those three movies are really cool. There were more DBZ movies, but those were like the ones that we watched on Toonami growing up.
Yeah.
So Raditz. Raditz is like I don't even remember why the Saiyans are conquering these planets. Like, are they just stealing resources? Like they're doing it on behalf of
On
Frieza.
behalf of Frieza, but like why do they yeah, I
What-
can't remember their purpose.
What are they getting?
Imagine they're like stealing resources or something.
Because the first time we see Vegeta and Nappa, they're like eating aliens.
Are they enslaving plants to then become part of like a Frieza empire?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Like basically, Kakarot and like the Saiyans were doing this before their planet was destroyed. Frieza just ends up destroying it because he's afraid of the Saiyans becoming too powerful.
Because they are like
Yeah,
we'll get into like they are like
They are.
basically I mean they're like Spartans. They're like bred to be warriors.
right. And so Raditz trying to figure out. He's trying to find his brother. He comes to Earth. Why is Earth still prosperous and happy? Why aren't they miserable and conquered? And he runs in the he run so that expands the universe, right? So like before in Dragon Ball, we only know Goku and he's going on these adventures and he's this little boy with a tail for some reason, and he can also turn into this giant ape. And then he trains under Master Roshi and with Krillin, and eventually that series ends with him, I think, fighting King Piccolo in a tournament or something. I don't know.
Oh, I think he doesn't
Or he wins a tournament.
Piccolo.
Well,
Does he kill
King Piccolo dies by somebody. I think
But
it's,
he, yeah. So, but like, I think the DBZ ends when he's like entering adulthood. I would imagine he's still a teenager. I have no idea.
oh, you're right. Yeah, I think
And he fights Piccolo.
he fights Piccolo. So like,
And as far as I know, that's the end of Dragon Ball.
right. And when that series starts, like Piccolo is the villain. Like Piccolo's the villain that we know, until Raditz shows up, and Piccolo and Goku are like sworn enemies. But Raditz is like looking for Goku. He runs into Piccolo first, then he catches on his scouter another energy, and he like eventually at first he was gonna fight Piccolo, and then he thinks he catches a signal that's Kakarot, and then he runs to go confront him.
Confront him.
Right. And anyways, fast forwarding, Piccolo and Goku, he steals Goku's son Gohan in order to leverage that.
Yeah.
For him
be
to
like, hey, you need to like
hey, you need to
work
destroy
with me
some
here
stuff. You
and
gotta
like
destroy some stuff.
we're gonna enslave this planet. You're either like on board or
He's
take your
like,
son.
commit genocide or don't see your son again. Basically.
Yeah. Do you also take him to be like, do you just take him for leverage? Or I can't remember if you took him to
Well,
be like,
I
I'm going to train you to be a, like Satan. You're not going to be like your dad.
at some point Raditz makes the decision to try to kill Gohan
Okay, yeah.
because Gohan there's that one moment where he busts out like there's the fight that so I'm fast forwarding a little bit here, but like a fight Piccolo and Goku team up to save Gohan and to defeat Raditz because they're not going to defeat him on their own. He's too powerful.
Mhm.
But then later on, you find out he's like the weakest Saiyan, like of the survivors besides Goku. Um, and they team up. They got to fight Raditz. And at one point during that fight, Gohan like busts out of the spaceship and
Yeah.
like headbutts. This is like energy dive into
Yeah.
Raditz, and
And
uh,
yeah, we get the this is like the first time you get like an inclination that this like surprises like the Saiyans. I guess they've never run into these beings who can hide their power
right, they
levels
can
and just
mask
power
their
up.
energy. Well, that's the difference between, and that comes again. That becomes an important part of the Frieza saga because the Namekians. I don't want to get into it, but the Scouters are sort of a weakness for non-Earthlings because it's the only way that Frieza and the Saiyans can detect energies in people and
Mhm.
like size somebody up. Be like, okay, this guy's a energy level 8,000. I'm a 12,000, so I'm gonna kick this guy's ass.
Yeah.
But it's like the Earthlings can power up
Yeah.
and like they can mask their energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can also, and this becomes important in when they're on Namek, they can like sense energies. Like
Yeah.
they don't need a scouter to like feel an energy.
Yeah. Like got like little spidey sense.
It's weird because like the Earthlings are so much weaker than everybody else. Like later on, Goku becomes the strongest, but like initially they're weaker than a lot of other people in the universe. But they have all these like qualities that nobody else has. Like it's just weird to me that nobody else can read energies.
But and maybe this is a weird thing. I don't know if there's like a link here, but the Namekians have the same ability. And who's the guy who trained Gohan as a boy who's actually from Namek?
Uh, um, oh God, I don't know his name.
I guess the argument I'm trying to make is like, is there a way to explain it? Because this guy who's technically Namekian himself lands on Earth, he trains
Well,
people.
he splits off. I think that he's like the other half of. I feel like this
So
is
yeah,
explained,
one of the bad guys. Yeah.
I think he is like the offshoot of King Piccolo or
Yeah.
yeah, King Piccolo. Like King Piccolo at some point like his good side splits from his evil side. And
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
becomes a different its own person. And that
Yeah.
is I think it's Kami. Is it Kami?
Yeah. But yeah, I guess what I'm just saying is because they have this innate ability, do the Earthlings learn this from them?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they might. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they might learn that from the Namekians.
Because the Namekians can just do that too.
Right. Okay, so Piccolo and Goku team up. They're gonna fight Raditz. They end up defeating Gohan has a little high. Like this happens a lot with Gohan, where he'll have little highlights within fights. Like
Mhm.
that's the highlight of Gohan. Like one of the big themes of the early portions of the DBZ series is that Gohan's like low key the strongest of all of them.
Yeah,
He just
if it
doesn't
wants
know
to
it.
be like,
He just hasn't tapped into
yeah,
that like energy. Like he's like very passive.
yeah, yeah. And I think when watching a YouTube video, that he makes the YouTuber makes the point that like the difference between Goku and his son, like Goku was like super outgoing, he
Right.
was super extroverted.
Right.
Gohan is portrayed as very shy
Yes.
and
Right.
reserved.
Right. Yeah. Gohan's a completely, which is like most children of their parents. They're
Yeah.
different from their parents. Though same in others. But yeah, they didn't want to make a carbon copy of Goku. Like Gohan was his own character, but he is very
Like, it explains when like when he has to, like he will tap into that.
yeah,
energy.
and that not again. I don't love this series, but like he reaches his apex in like in the franchise. His
After
highlight
Cell, like-
is Cell when
Yeah.
Gohan becomes his like true self in destroying Cell.
Yeah. And then he just goes back to being not training or
Yeah. And
taking
then he
anything
becomes a
seriously.
stupid weakling again.
Yeah,
Um, though he was the one that like we learn that he's the sort of like the only one who survives the androids and raises Trunks basically. Like
yeah. The
when
that version of Gohan is probably more of a badass. Like, because again,
yeah.
when he has to be,
Right.
um, he is probably the strongest. Maybe even if not exceeding Goku at
Right.
Goku's level.
Yeah, when he's like that angsty teenager, that's like when he
Mhm.
becomes like the strongest of all of them. He's that Super Saiyan with like the electricity that's like shooting
But
on.
yeah,
They also had to make the Super Saiyans different, like the levels of Super
yeah,
Saiyan.
like that's why
That show gets so
it gets
convoluted.
so
It's
like
just like, okay, this is
Super
this is
Saiyan 2,
stupid.
3, all of a sudden
Okay, this Super Saiyan has bigger muscles,
yeah,
but then this one has longer hair.
this one now has black hair and a tail and kind of looks more ape-like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So the show gets
Anyways,
really
we're
stupid.
getting out of it. Okay, Rat shows up.
They fight him, they defeat him.
Goku and his mortal enemy Piccolo, like they decide, hey, we gotta team up.
Right.
Piccolo's kind of like, but once we beat this guy, like I'm still gonna
Once we
kill
beat
you.
this guy, like
Yeah,
bleep you,
yeah,
bleep
yeah.
you again. We're not friends anymore, friend pal.
Yeah,
He's Canadian.
they have this ability to do this power up that surprises Raditz. Long story short, Goku essentially has to sacrifice himself. He's holding on to his brother while Piccolo is doing the special beam cannon,
Right.
powering up, which really surprised Raditz
Which
when
also
he did it the first time. Because if he did shoot it the first time,
yeah, but he
almost hit
misses
him,
it. It
but it
like
would have killed him.
it breaks his
It
arm
hit
or
him.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Well, the weird thing about that attack is like, in what world did he think that he was ever going to be able to use this? Because it takes him like 2 hours to do that, like to even
Yeah.
power up. Like it takes him forever to like get this thing ready
I'm
to
going to
go.
charge my iPhone.
Yeah, he was like, I was gonna like, because he tells Goku, I was gonna use this technique against you, but
Like he would have to like do it before he showed up.
yeah, it's like he's
Like,
got to like
the same thing with the spirit bomb too. It's like in reality that is so like I guess we'll get into it, but like that is like man, like that's a weapon like
it
that is
takes
so hard to
way too
use.
long to
It takes
get this thing ready
so
to go.
long to power up.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
is really used for dramatic effect. They use a lot of dramatic effect with the spirit
yeah.
bomb stuff, but
Anyways, there's a lot of times in the show where like other people have to distract the enemy so that somebody can. Oh, I'm gonna pause because I was gonna. We're gonna refill our beers, okay? And we're back.
okay.
We both have beers.
Cheers.
I'm drinking. Cheers. I'm drinking a Masthead again.
Another Massa, but different. This one's called this is called the State Crown.
Bringing the spirit of Cleveland to Buffalo, New York.
Anyways, Goku sacrifices himself.
Right.
Kill his brother. There's a little celebration.
Well,
I mean, not a celebration, but like Piccolo, Raditz laughs because Goku's dead. Piccolo,
well,
is like,
and he's also like he reveals to those that are still alive, Piccolo, and I don't know if anybody else is in the is present at the time, but like he reveals to Piccolo that his scouter is like recording.
well, Piccolo, well, yeah, but he says this after Piccolo's like, hey, like you're gonna be dead, but guess what? Goku's not gonna be dead for long because we got this magical thing called the Dragon Balls,
Right.
which our show is named after.
Right. Duh.
After.
So yeah, so they defeat Raditz. Raditz reveals, "Hey, you might have beaten me, buddy, but I've
that
got
thing you just said got transmitted.
yeah." The thing is, you don't even want to know what's
You
coming.
don't, you don't even want to.
You don't even not want to know. But basically, he reveals that his scouter's been recording everything, and now that Piccolo's revealed the that there are these things called Dragon Balls
Yeah,
that can grant anybody whatever wish they want.
He's like, Goku might not have been checking his emails, but I know these guys will.
Yes, these guys are on top of it. We got the crack team.
Yes.
And so that cuts to so the Raditz is done, right? We're done with Raditz. Raditz dies, blah 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 blah. He sends his recording off to Vegeta and Nappa, the other two of the four surviving Saiyans.
Nappa, the dumb one.
The dumb one, the big dumb one, the big dumb bald one.
Yes.
and Vegeta, the small, but he seems like Vegeta seems to grow in stature as the show goes.
The first time we see Vegeta 2, by the way,
His hair is
his hair is
different,
weird.
or his
Yeah.
armor is different color.
The armor is different color too. It's almost like there's
Yeah.
a I don't know when we see them again, but like next time we see him as we
Next time you see him, you're like, hey, I decided I like blue better.
Yeah, we like
I
this color
in blue.
better. We workshopped it.
Yeah, we workshopped it. I look better in blue.
His hair is not as
He tried to talk to his agent. You know, his agent was like, "Look, buddy, if you're gonna keep going, if you're gonna get, if my guy's gonna keep you in
armor,
if my guy's gonna keep you in your show, it's got to be blue. It's got to be blue, and he's got black hair.
Yeah.
So
and he's super powerful, and he's gonna go get
and
his
he's
Dragon
dope
Balls.
as hell. He's dope as hell.
He wants the Dragon Balls. It's in his contract.
In his contract, immortality.
It seems to be part of his rider.
Yeah, it seems to be what everybody wants is the immortality because Frieza is the same way. Okay, so that cuts to now we're getting into the second half of the Saiyan saga, Vegeta and Nappa. And Vegeta and Nappa, it cuts to them. They're on like some other planet they've conquered. They're eating some alien, whatever, leftover alien
that they just killed.
And
fried.
There's gnawing on that. And it's pretty gross. It's like he's like eating like an arm or something. Yeah.
Nappa said something dumb like, "We're gonna wish for something." He's like, and Vegeta off the bat knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah, but Nappa's along for the ride. Vegeta's the one. Vegeta's the one steering the ship.
I'm almost positive if they ever were sitting in front of all the Dragon Balls called the Dragon, Vegeta would have freaking
Vegeta would have killed
Nappa right before they made the wish.
Yeah,
he's like, "No way, we're both being immortal here. It's gonna be."
I mean, spoiler: he does kill Nappa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Vegeta's out for himself. At least later on, he becomes a family man. You know, we forgive him for all his wrongdoings.
He kind of likes his wife.
Yeah, we don't know. Well, it's none of that's ever explained as to like how those two end up together. But
no.
Anyways, so it cuts to Vegeta and Nappa. They're like, "Cool, Dragon Balls, we're going to Earth." And Vegeta's like, "I'm wishing for what I'm making the decisions here, Nappa. Shut the hell up."
Oh, by the way, like Rats is like, just so you know, it's gonna take a year, so I got a year to train. Just so everyone knows, you got a year to prepare.
Yeah, that was very courteous of him. It's like, hey, by the way, like this is your deadline. Yeah. Like, hey,
if you want to make any plans,
you might want to get in that room that stops time.
Yeah, you might want to just do that every day. Like,
what the hell thing? Why that comes into play in later?
Well, it ages them though too, right?
I don't know. The time chamber thing. Okay, so like this is a tangent.
Never use.
This is a tangent here. The time chamber becomes an important part of the Cell Saga. Is it the Cell Saga?
Yeah. Why the fuck?
Why did they never use it before?
Yeah.
Like they knew that.
Even if it just you spend 3 days in there, like that.
Right.
Like,
but it's like a year, right? It's like I don't know. I don't remember, but it's like it elongates the amount of time you have to train. So like all of them should have like locked themselves in that time chamber and gotten like Gohan probably would have been a Super Saiyan by the time what's his face got there, and Vegeta like, what? His power is over 1 million.
Yes. The scouters would have broke as soon as they landed.
Yeah, Frieza would have been in for it. Yeah, I don't know. Like that whole time chamber thing's weird to me. Like it's a resource that they had that they never.
It's almost like an afterthought, but then you're like, well, if this existed, it was made so they could then train for the
it's also like another thing of like, why do the Earthlings have these resources
stuff?
Yeah, they've got this stuff that nobody else has.
Sensu beans.
It's like elves in Lord of the Rings. Like
it's like they're really weak, but they have all these super tools. That
give them an edge.
No one else has,
So Vegeta and Nappa decide to head to Earth. They're gonna, try to get the Dragon Balls. And Goku's dead. The plan is to gather the dragon at some point during this year before they get to Earth, they're gonna collect the Dragon Balls in order to wish Goku back to life.
Yeah.
Now they have to hold off on it because when Goku gets to the other world, it's like revealed that he has this whole other mission to do. Like he's gonna go meet King Kai.
Yeah.
So
Like he
like
has to train too.
yeah, he needs to go train.
And if he's gonna do it, this is the place to do it.
And he needs to take this stupid path called Snakes. Is it Snake's Path? What is it?
Snake Road.
Snake Road. He's got to follow this road that's shaped like a snake.
Mhm.
It's above the clouds. If he falls down, he might never
They
be.
tell you don't fall down.
Don't
That's the
fall
one
down.
rule I remember. Don't fall
Okay.
down.
Follow the path. And rule number 2, don't fall off the path. Um,
And rule 3, don't feed gremlins after midnight.
don't feed gremlins after. Don't bathe them.
Don't bathe them either.
Don't bathe them. Don't ever bathe them. Um, But so he's got to go on the snake path, which I always found a really boring part of the show, to be honest. Like the most, like there are 3 tangents, right? So that everybody's training during this year before Nappa and Vegeta come. There's uh Piccolo kidnaps, I mean, basically kidnaps Gohan. Piccolo is going to do his own training, but he like, which is very Piccolo. Piccolo's like very isolated and like very like, hey, don't bother me. I'm not part of your thing.
It's like, hey, this kid's got talent.
Yeah, we're gonna go do.
I'm gonna be the one who trains him.
Yeah, it's Gohan's got talent. Um, and so and Piccolo saw that because he saw what happened during the Raditz fight, and so Piccolo's gonna go off and train on his own, but he also like, hey, I'm kidnapping your son, by the way, and we're gonna go train him too. And so there are 3 offshoots. There's Piccolo and Gohan. They're doing their own training. Goku is in the other world, traveling Snake Road to go to King Kai, who he's going to get training from.
And then the others are all training together.
And then the others who are the weakest, the weaklings are doing their training with Kami.
The Expendables.
The Expendables, which basically they all do become expendable.
Yeah.
Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, who's like the worst character in Dragon Ball Z, and then Krillin. So those 4 are like doing their own training. Though they do have a really cool episode during this training segment where they go into this like, I feel like it's the same thing as the time chamber, but it's like a virtual reality they go into, like an augmented reality.
Alter time. Like they can't train for like spend a day in there and train for a year.
Yeah, this show is notorious for like filler episodes, kind of.
This was one of the good filler episodes.
One of the good filler episodes is the Expendables when they're training. I think Kami is the one who like tells him, "Hey, I got this dope ass augmented reality thing over here. You want to come check this out?"
Yeah. Have you ever seen Star Trek? They have those rooms, right? In Star Trek, don't they have a room where it basically can?
I think I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Put any virtual setting you want together.
But I think that's also, but they only use it once, right? Like they never used it. It seems like they should use that more. Like again, it's like the show.
I mean,
like,
it was used for a purpose to show just how like badass the Saiyans are. It's like,
yeah,
hey guys, you're not really a match for them right now.
Yeah, you guys are weak as hell. So the 4 of them go into this augmented reality thing, and they get transported to, not transported, but like the world that's created for them in this space, which I think is the same place that is the time capsule. I don't know. I have no idea. They have these resources that they don't use. They don't use the resources that they have. But they go into this augmented reality, and it's essentially like the Saiyan planet, like the dying Saiyan planet or something. I don't know. Or another planet the Saiyans have conquered. They basically are put into a place in which they're going to fight 2 Saiyans. And this was a really badass episode because like it was a really cool setting. It's like this desolate planet, and they're like fighting for their lives.
They're 2 like random Saiyans that we'll never see again.
Right.
But by the way, how does it know about Saiyans or like how powerful they are? I don't know how this room like pulls its data.
The only cool thing I remember, the only cool thing about Yamcha that I remember is like he's the first one that's able to like he hasn't, even though the spirit bomb becomes associated with Goku, like he has this attack called the spirit bomb too, where like he has this like ball of energy he can just like control. Like,
oh right, I do remember that.
like that's the attack that he launches against the two Saiyans, as he has this like ball, this blue energy ball that he's just like uses his fingers and he's manipulating and controlling. And obviously, like most fights that happen that don't involve Goku, the two guys like laugh off the attack basically. And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, that was really stupid.
Basically, like the group lands some attacks on them that they think destroys them.
They're like,
and
wow, I
when the
thought
smoke clears, it's like clear there.
right, and they're like, I thought you were weak before, but now I really know you're weak.
Yeah.
Like, this attack sucks.
I mean, yeah, it was a cool episode. The Saiyans dominate them. They killed everyone
Right.
in the simulation. So, but like
Right,
they didn't really
simulation,
die.
they do.
But
So that's like the one cool thing about the training. This period of time that happens before Vegeta and Nappa come. There are some other cool episodes that happen, like Goku falls off the path, and there's kind of a funny episode that happens where he's got to like do these tasks, I think, to like get back onto the road. Like that's kind of a quirky.
the only episode I remember is like he does fall off at one point, and
Yeah, he was
encounters this-
riding the street sweeper. There's like a street sweeper that
Oh.
cleans the. He was riding on the back of it. I watched this on YouTube. I was watching a recap, and he was riding on the back of it, and the street sweeper guy hits a rock, and Goku falls off the back of the street sweeper off the path.
Yeah. The only thing I remember, he does fall off the path and encounters like some like giant snake lady. Do you remember that?
Right.
That's all I remember.
And he has to
like
like,
this
doesn't he have
lady,
to, like
and then
make
gets-
make it twist itself and not.
Yeah, she like twists herself in a knot, and somehow he gets back up. Anyways,
Whatever. He gets back on the road. He gets to King Kai's. There's a lot of stuff
lot
that
to
happens.
say that it's just mostly filler. Even with Gohan, there's some dumb like he finds a pet dragon or something,
Well, and then he
Um,
also like he saves
or
orphans.
pet dinosaur.
He saves orphans or something.
Yeah.
Where he runs into
A lot of filler.
a lot of
Then get
crap
to-
filler. Like as a kid watching the episode, because you would get mad because you'd be like,
No, yeah.
this was my one episode today, and you were
Yeah.
saving an orphan.
And like there were episode after episode after episode that were just filler.
Oh my god! Like this guy joked on YouTube. He's like the Frieza and Goku battle, the longest battle ever in anime history.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh my god.
I mean, by the time Goku dies and he's hitting the road to this training, we do some interesting training episodes with Goku too. But like, all you really need to know is he trains, they train, Saiyans show up.
yeah. One other cool thing that happens during so there are three groups that are training, right?
Mhm.
Piccolo and Gohan, the four we don't care about, and then Goku on King Kai's planet. Goku is able to unlock a technique called the Kaioken, which becomes an important thing during the fight against Nappa and Vegeta. It's basically like he's able to accelerate his power. Like he's able to it doesn't last long, but he's able to have a period of time in which he like ramps up his power level.
But it like also destroys his body.
Yeah, like King Kai tells him not to go past a certain amount. He obviously in fighting
Obviously
Vegeta,
has
goes
to.
past that. And he uses the Kaioken in the Namek series too until like before that still remains his like power technique until he becomes a Super Saiyan. Then nobody cares about what happened after that. Now then the show's just about Super Saiyans. So that's like the important thing that Goku learns. He also apparently King Kai's planet has 10 times gravity. That becomes like a big fixture of the show. Like that's how they
Gravity
like
level,
the gravity,
yeah.
like the ship that Goku takes to Namek is like
He trains under like
Yeah.
100 times gravity or
so
something.
training under like intense gravity becomes an important thing in the show. And then the one other thing that happens that I feel like was cool during this like boring portion of the show, which was leading up to the Vegeta Nappa get to Earth part, is there was like one episode where Vegeta and Nappa land on like an alien planet.
Yeah.
And like there was like this alien woman that was there were two lovers. It was like a show about two lovers basically who were trying to reunite.
Yeah, they pretend to be like altruistic to
Yeah.
an extent where they help these.
I can't remember why did they land on this
They
planet?
essentially overthrow like the government of that planet.
Yeah, right,
Like
right.
the monarch
Yes.
of that planet.
Yeah.
And then like I remember the one thing I do remember is like as they leave, it seems like you know, in a movie, this would be the moment where like everyone's
Yeah,
celebrating,
I
whatever.
remember
The
the
two
two lovers
lovers
are coming
meet.
together as Vegeta's like blasting the
Yeah,
planet.
but yeah, before they leave, Vegeta's like, hold on, one sec.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Boom.
blow this. Like, we spent all this time here. We did all this good. This we did some good deeds. Now let me just blow this thing up. Like let me
Yeah,
blow this planet up
yeah.
now. So he blows the planet up,
But that was fun.
which seems to be like a level of power that is more intense than like it feels like if Vegeta's able to destroy a planet with like one little blast like that,
Mhm.
he almost seems too powerful than he should be at that time in the show. Like I just feel like I don't feel like though Goku would have never done this, but like could Goku have blown up a planet? Like it's just like who like
Someone blew up a.
if you think about Frieza, Frieza has to like throw something into the core of an Earth to like like destroy it.
That does remind me, like the other interesting part of during this filler space is that Piccolo does blow up the moon
Mm.
because Gohan transformed,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But then Vegeta, okay, so I don't want to get
which
into
is
it.
why, yeah, Vegeta couldn't use.
Vegeta has a technique that he introduces. Okay, so Vegeta, so we're past the training now. The training part is really boring. There are a few like highlights in there.
Blah blah blah. Saying
Blah blah blah. Snake Road, stupid. King Kai, he has to chase a monkey and then he has to go chase the
Chase a bug.
He has to hit it with a hammer, I think.
Mhm.
Uh, blah blah blah. Really boring. King Kai is kind of like goofy, likes to hear jokes a lot.
Mhm.
It feels like not a lot. It feels like there should be more training. That it feels like King Kai's so unserious that it's like this guy's gonna train me.
Mhm.
Like it seems like you could have utilized your time better than being under King Kai, but whatever. Um, so they do wish go like on the verge of Vegeta and Nappa come getting to Earth. They do wish Goku back, but it's going to take him like 2 days to get to them, essentially.
Yeah, I remember that's
So,
the other thing. Like King Kai's like, crap. Like I forgot.
oh shit,
It's
you got to
gonna
go
take
back.
2 days for you to get
Like
back.
shit, you gotta go all the way. I can't get you back there. You gotta go all the way to Snake Road. You gotta
Yeah.
go through Snake. Unfortunately,
Super logistical
instant
oversight.
teleportation isn't a thing yet.
Yeah,
Um,
logistical oversight on what's King Kai's
yeah,
part.
they had this whole year, and then nobody thought about that.
Yeah.
And so basically, basically what happens because of that is the Earth fighters, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, Gohan. The Earth fighters have to take on the Saiyans, Vegeta and Nappa before Goku's
On their own,
present.
yeah,
They
before
gotta
Goku.
they essentially gotta hold out long enough for him to get there,
Yeah.
which is a cool element. Like I do like that happens because it's like okay, like Goku's not there immediately.
Becomes like a similar theme even during the Frieza saga.
Yeah, I
Healing,
feel like
they
there are
have
a
to
lot
hold
of
off.
time. Well, yeah, exactly.
And when they
Like
find the Ginyu Force, like yeah, it's always
right.
like waiting until Goku shows up.
Okay, well, yeah, the whole Dragon Ball Z becomes of like, okay, when is Goku gonna come and save us?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
They're like, that really worked out well. Let's do it again and again.
yeah, it's like let's keep Goku close by.
Yeah.
But until Cell, and then it's like Gohan for like a brief minute. Um, so Vegeta and Nappa get there, and they're on the hunt for the Dragon Balls. At some point, they it seems like all of the Earthlings. I think what happens in my recollection is that all the Earthlings decide to gather in one spot to be away from like other city. Like they want to find a spot that they can have this battle out, but not like cause unneeded death and destruction.
Mhm.
So they all gather in one place. I think Vegeta and Nappa must use their scouters and realize, oh, like there's an energy mass over here. Vegeta and Nappa find them, and the battle starts with the Saiyamen. They plant these seeds in the ground, and it
He's the
sprouts.
alien
So
guy.
like Vegeta and Nappa aren't like right off the bat like, okay, we're gonna fight you. It's like, okay, we're gonna put these seeds in the ground. Our little green henchmen are gonna come up out of the ground.
Yeah.
This is a cool trick that we do.
Yes, Joe Mike.
Yeah. And so, from watching back this guy on YouTube, it seems like they pretty much handle the Cybermen except for Yamcha, who beats his guy, but like turns his back on him.
Yeah.
And the Cyberman jumps up wraps himself around Yamcha and self-destructs himself,
Hmm.
and which kills Yamcha.
Right.
Which you're like, whatever, like we didn't care about you anyways.
Mhm.
Like Yamcha, like this probably was gonna. It was probably if it wasn't this, Nappa was gonna beat the shit out of you. So
Mhm.
like whatever.
Hmm.
Yamcha's dead. We don't shed a lot of tears, except for Krillin, who then like shoots
Except
an
for Bulma, who still has interest in.
Bulma, who then is like, you know what, whatever.
At some
Yamcha's
point, they
gone.
just like don't become a thing anymore. It's so weird.
Yeah,
They just
Bulma's
like
like,
end.
whatever. There's this. I'm just gonna get together with Vegeta later on,
Yeah.
anyways. Like, yeah, the whole Yamcha Bulma thing. I don't know. I feel like that was like key.
That's the leftover Dragon
Yeah,
Ball.
as a leftover a plot line from Dragon Ball. And I hate Yamcha. Yamcha's my least. I honestly like Yamcha's my least favorite character
Mhm.
in the whole show. He becomes like he just disappears. Other characters reappear later on. Like Tien fights Cell at one point.
Yeah.
Like he actually does a pretty decent job of having to hold Cell off. Like I remember he just keeps blasting him in this hole.
Hmm.
Remember, he
Yeah.
just keeps shooting him down in this hole. Like he has to like fight Cell for a brief amount of time to like buy time for something. I don't
Hmm.
remember, but like other figures reappear in the show, and it's like Yamcha. It's like okay, Yamcha died. He's like eventually they do bring him back, but it's like nobody cares about Yamcha.
Yeah. The focus is like on the Saiyans, like
Yeah,
Gohan,
nobody cares about Yamcha.
Goku, and Vegeta, and then Piccolo is always kind of like there around.
Piccolo is always like semi-important to the
Yeah.
show. Like he's important enough to be like
Like
okay,
outside the Saiyans, he's always the strongest.
he could like win a battle, maybe. Like
Mhm.
you could throw him.
You can throw down a bit.
Yeah, he can throw his weight around a little bit. Um, so the fight starts. The Saiyamen don't pose much of a threat, and then Nappa's like, all right, it's time for me to get in,
Mhm.
and basically beats the shit out of everybody.
Mhm.
I mean, he just completely beats the crap out of everybody.
And he like picks off one by one by one.
Yeah, he's like
to the point where it's just Piccolo,
I feel like I remember like
Krillin, and
at in the show like there are times where like they will try to gain up on him, but I feel like Tien's the first one to fight him, right? To fight Nappa.
Tien and his little buddy
Chaozu. Well, Chaozu
tries to sacrifice himself. Yeah.
does sacrifice himself,
Or,
but
yeah,
like
doesn't try, does.
but but like that ends up not mattering because he doesn't kill Nappa. Though Nappa does react to the point of like he's worried that he could have died.
Hmm.
Basically, Nappa like punches off Tien's arm. I think
Yeah.
Tien's the first one he fights. The point I'm bringing this, why I'm bringing this up is it feels like when Tien steps up to Nappa, it's like a one-on-one thing where it's
Yeah.
like, why wouldn't the four of them, like five of them, gain up on Nappa?
Yeah. So
You'd think if you're like super weak and you're like, this guy's gonna kick the shit out of us,
or was Vegeta like
pick us off. We need to like, we gotta attack him as a group.
Yeah. Eventually, like after Tien becomes like group effort.
Yeah, right. And like, there's even a portion where like Piccolo and Krillin are able to split themselves into three people. Remember that?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, I do
technique
remember
they
that.
do? That was kind of weird. It was kind of cool, but also kind of weird, and it ends up not mattering anyways. So Nappa steps up. He beats the shit out of everybody. Chaozu tries to kill himself to save everybody else. It doesn't. He blows himself up. Doesn't end up killing Nappa. Like many blasts or things that happen in the show, there's like this cloud of smoke, and then Nappa's there. Um, he breaks off Tien's arm. I think that happened before Chaozu dies. And then Tien has like this one moment in the fight where
One
he's got
full like attack where he's like
he
one.
does it
Yeah.
like the blast is kind of interesting. Like he does it like this.
Like that, yeah.
And he goes, ah, and he's like shoots like this.
Like over his third eye thing.
Yeah. He shoots this huge blast that seems like, based on the reaction of Nappa, it's like, okay, this might have killed him.
Mhm.
Like it's a blast that like it drains all of Tien's energy to the point of
Yeah.
death. Like he dies because of this attack.
Mhm.
Um, but again, like most attacks that don't involve Goku, it doesn't end up mattering.
Smoke clears, he's still there.
He's still there. Other than that, like Krillin and one of the other fixtures of this fight between Nappa and the Earthlings is like Gohan's just like kind of in the corner cowering for most of this
Most of the
fight.
fight, yeah. Piccolo's kind of like, keep, get in the fight. Like, what are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
doing? Like, let's go.
and so basically the fight like rests on Piccolo and Krillin to like fight
Yeah.
Nappa. And Gohan does have some highlights in that after well, I don't not just yet. I won't say this just yet. But um there is one moment in the fight where it could have ended where like there is one attack that Krillin has that is deadly to anybody, and it's like this, he calls it the Destructo disc. It's the one thing that I find funny in Dragon Ball Z is I feel like it's so memorable when it's used, but it's never executed. You know what I mean? Like he has this Destructo
The
disc.
attack never lands.
He never lands this attack.
Except when Vegeta uses it.
And well, because he throws it at Vegeta and like he's goading, in doing it, he's goading Nappa. He's like, okay, catch this one. And he throws it at Nappa, and somehow Vegeta figures out like, hey, this is gonna be a problem for you. Like, Nappa, don't like get out of the way, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta pause for a second. We're gonna. All right, man. We have moved outside. We're picturesque.
Through.
My family is returned from their outing, and
home.
when we need to now move into a space that's not encroaching on theirs, and or them encroaching on us, because we're more important here. So we ended with Nappa. Nappa basically beats the shit out of everybody. He knocks Tien's arm off. Tien does the little blast. He dies. Krillin and Piccolo are the ones that are left to fight Nappa. And Gohan's cowering for most of it. He has a few highlights that here and there, especially after. Okay, we'll get into this now. Piccolo steps in front of a blast from Nappa to save Gohan.
Right. But doesn't something happen before that where he like gives like Nappa like a
He
kick?
kicks Nappa. Nappa's coming after him, and he has this like moment where he jumps, stands and fights, and he like jump
kicks him right in the face
into like a boulder.
Fly, and clearly it does hurt Nappa.
Right.
Like, Nappa
and I think even like
gets
Vegeta,
up and he's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think even Vegeta took note of it. Like,
Which is like Gohan's MO. Like he has these moments where he surprises people.
Right. His highlights of the series are very much like before Cell, they're like very sparse moments. Because he has those moments against Frieza too. Okay, so Nappa basically beats the shit out of all of them and he kills. I can't remember. So he kills Piccolo. Krillin's just like too weak to fight at that point. Like, how does Krillin survive? Why does Krillin survive before Goku gets there?
Why does he? I know when Goku gets there, he splits his sensu bean and gives both Gohan and Krillin half.
Right. And
Gohan must have been like hit really hard and then like flying on the ground or something.
Right. Well, anyways, Krillin's basically
Gohan, Krillin.
Krillin's basically useless. And Gohan was about to die, but gets saved by like when Goku arrives, right? So now Goku was wished back to life. He had to traverse the Snake's Way to get back to Earth. Kami transports to the other world to transport him back to Earth. He jumps down off of that Kami's place or whatever that's up in the sky, and gets two sensu beans.
On his way down, that cat gives him two sensu beans.
Yeah.
Last two sensu beans. Goku, because he has spent a ton of energy just getting back, immediately takes one.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure he's just up and eats one.
Pops one.
Which is why he only has one left and splits in half and gives it to Krillin and Gohan.
Okay, so Goku arrives. It's sort of a big arrival because in arriving, like the Nimbus cloud saves Gohan. Like,
Mhm.
oh, and he's like, oh, Nimbus. Like,
Yeah.
how did you get
Which,
here?
by the way, like after the Saiyan saga, you never see the Nimbus cloud anymore.
Right. Nimbus is like, who cares about this shit? This is too
Weird.
slow.
It's like now they
It's like an
Goku
old
never
jalopy.
flew on his own until after the Saiyan
Right.
saga, right?
Well, he did fly in Snake's Way.
Did he?
Part
Okay,
parts of
maybe I'm
Snake's Way
wrong.
he was flying.
hmm
Um, Nimbus Cloud becomes like an old jalopy. You can't.
It served its purpose.
Yeah, you can't. It takes too long to get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Um, and so they Goku arrives and he pretty much quickly defeats Nappa. I mean, like pretty handily.
hmm
And in having defeated Nappa, Goku then, or sorry, Vegeta then kills Nappa.
hmm
I remember like he Nappa reaches his hand out as if like Vegeta's gonna help him up.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he like Goku might have broken his spine or something. I remember like it's his
I feel
back he
like,
hits him.
and this is like getting into the Frieza, but like when he shows up and beats that one guy in one punch, feels
Yeah.
very similar. Oh, he does. He does use the KO can technique where he hits him and then he flies around and I think hits him again in the back. He might
He
have
like
broken
hold
his.
I remember like
I
he
think he
stops
did
by
break his
holding him
back.
up on the
He holds him
by his
up and
back.
throws him on the ground. I think
Right.
he's paralyzed.
Right.
Yeah, after that.
Right. So okay, so Goku easily beats Nappa. Nappa gets killed by Vegeta. Probably why Ray felt that like had Vegeta reached the Dragon Balls that he would have killed Nappa
hmm
anyways. Like it's very much
Nappa was
ready.
just like a useful idiot.
Yeah. And so then it's like, okay, like these other guys are super weak. I'm Vegeta, you're Goku. Like you're the only one that's probably worth fighting. Let's go find a spot to go fight.
hmm
So Goku and Vegeta head off and they start their own battle. I feel like I mean, a lot happens. Like, there's a lot back and forth in Vegeta and Goku's fighting. Like, Goku has the upper hand. I feel like initially he introduces the Kaioken
He
to him.
surprises him initially with it, but then Vegeta's kind of like, I've seen something like it.
Yeah, which was interesting to me. Like that Vegeta reveals that
Mhm.
like that never becomes important. I feel
Yeah.
like, or is
Interesting, like, because like they fight so many people that there's so many things about Earth, like the sensu beans and the raising of power levels, things like that, that like they've never encountered before. But you know,
right.
he has seen this
But somehow
technique
he's seen the
before.
Kaioken. But nobody's traveled Snake's way to King Kai's place for a million years.
Hmm.
So like, which I don't remember that, but apparently this YouTuber guy, actually two different YouTubers like mentioned that.
Hmm.
Like, Goku was privileged to go train under King Kai because nobody had been allowed to travel Snake's Way for a million years or something.
Hmm.
Um, so Goku, it's like a back and forth fight between Goku and Vegeta. He has the upper hand. Goku has the upper hand initially, and then Vegeta's like, "Okay, I see like your tricks, you know." And then Vegeta kind of curve throws a curveball in there at some point where he's like, because he does the Gatling gun thing, right? And
hmm
Goku gets the upper hand in that the Gatling gun is like Vegeta's ultimate attack,
hmm
and it's like this blue laser he shoots,
It's
like
a purple
and
laser,
or sorry, purple laser. You're right, yeah,
and
a
but he's
purple
going to use
laser.
it to destroy the planet.
Blue is Goku. Um,
He's like, dodge it if you want, but like the
yeah, it's
planet's
gonna
going to
destroy
blow
the
up.
Earth. Right. But I always thought about that. I'm like, well, how is he going to get off the planet then? Like,
Yeah, because
does
Frieza
Vegeta
makes
just
a
not?
point that like she can breathe.
Yeah, when
He,
Frieza does, because again, there's like a
Frieza,
lot of tropes that like
Frieza,
just
he or he,
he, I think.
he. Okay, Frieza makes the point that I can breathe in space,
Yeah. So like
which
when
becomes very important.
there's a lot of tropes that just
I don't
like
know what his plan is. I think he just becomes so angry that it becomes to a point where he just wants to prove a point and defeat Goku, maybe.
yeah. Okay.
Um,
So basically, like Vegeta's like, F you, we're both gonna
or
die.
maybe he knows like Goku's not going to get out of the way.
I don't know. Vegeta's very reckless at this point.
Mm,
He's like also very like mad because
mm,
like he's been like getting kind of beat up by this low class Saiyan and he's an elite Saiyan.
mhm.
And like so he's like
The
there's a lot of
principal Saiyan.
he's the principal Saiyans. Named after the planet that's been destroyed.
Yeah, true.
Um so the one big scene that happens is the lasers, like the dueling lasers, where he shoots his Gatling gun, Goku shoots the Kamehameha, and then he does like Kaioken times 20 or something,
Yeah.
and blasts Vegeta up into the air. Somebody who's been Yajirobe, who's been hiding during the
Mhm.
whole fight. He's the guy with the sword. I feel like I never see him again in this series, but
Yeah.
uh,
Much like the Cloud, you never see him again.
yeah, like he's been hiding. He comes out from his hiding spot and he's like, "Oh, you did it, Goku. You beat him." And he's like, actually, Vegeta's probably off that. He can be off that laser in
He's
about
gonna
2 minutes."
be back.
Uh, Vegeta's alive. He like gets off that laser way. Like the he's like it's like this laser's like he's going like this up into the air. Like this laser's pushing
He
him.
rolls off it
He rolls
eventually.
off of it, comes back down. He reveals, "Hey, there's no moon here, but guess what? I can make a moon." Like he's gonna do
Boom. He throws it up in
boom,
the
throws this
sky.
artificial moon up into the sky. He turns into that like
The
ape,
giant ape.
a giant
Mhm.
ape. I think
Which helps Goku realize, like, oh God, I was the ape that killed my grandfather.
yeah, right. Like Goku in that moment realizes he was the one that killed his grandfather.
Hmm.
Because he was a Saiyan and he had tail. This guy's got a tail. One plus one makes two, yada yada
One
yada.
plus one makes three.
Yes. And um and so then like pretty much Vegeta takes over and somebody cuts off his tail though. Like Vegeta
Yajirobe does
was it
show up
Yajirobe that cuts his
again.
tail
This
off?
is the one thing he does.
Because then somebody okay, so we gotta skip ahead because we're taking too long on this. But like they fight. Yajirobe cuts off Vegeta's tail. Vegeta turns into a human form again. Eventually, Gohan comes into the mix because his tail pops back up, and he sees the moon, artificial moon.
Mhm.
Gohan turns into a giant ape. He beats the shit out of Vegeta. Somehow, Vegeta shoots I think throws
He
a
does the disc
disc.
too.
He
This
does
is
a
the
disc,
one
yeah,
person to freaking land this disc move, other
yeah,
than Frieza accidentally hits himself, but
right,
foreshadowing. But he hits the tail. Nice. It
right,
was a nice little shot there from Vegeta.
yeah. Nice cut.
Um, but he's so weak. Gohan's still so big. He's
Going full
falling
on.
right in front of him. He's like, "Oh God!" Like I can't get around him. Like he's starting to shrink, but he's still massive. And he lands on Vegeta. Boom! Hits the
Like
ground.
an ant.
Crushes Vegeta's body. Like
Right.
when we see
Somehow Vegeta's
Gohan,
still alive, but like,
Gohan in his child form, like he's sitting atop Vegeta, and Vegeta's just like,
uh,
"Ugh."
um,
Much like me when I fell down my stairs.
yeah, Ray's feeling like Vegeta with a big
Yeah,
ape on him.
yeah.
Um,
Vegeta also hers MCL.
so that saga ends with Vegeta leaving the planet. Like, basically, the fight's over. Vegeta's too weak to do anything. Um, Krillin has a moment where he's got Yajirobe's sword and he wants to kill Vegeta. Goku doesn't let it happen.
Mhm.
And Vegeta gets into his little itty bitty ball spaceship and it's like you're gonna regret this, buddy, and he shoots
Flies
off
off.
the planet. Um, let's skip ahead. We learned that because of Piccolo's death, Kami dies, and
Dragon
Kami
Balls are
and
gone.
Dragon Balls are gone, so there's no way to bring anybody back. So, but because of what Vegeta revealed to Piccolo, hey, you're a Namekian, they now know that there is a race of people known as the Nameks, and they're going to go find the planet.
One plus one again makes three.
Yep. They find the jumping ahead.
If we have Dragon Balls, they must have Dragon Balls.
Hey,
Teach the enemy also, you know, uh,
now that again,
educated assumption.
scouters, I'm sure all this stuff's being recorded. Like somehow Frieza learns about it. That introduces the
Isn't there
new.
one point like where Vegeta just makes that assumption? He's like, when he's about to destroy the planet, like if this guy came from Namek,
Maybe
did that happen during the fight at one point?
maybe that's why he shoots the Gatling gun. He's like, you know what, this
I
Earthling's
don't
not.
still don't know how he would have got away. He can't breathe in space, as far as I
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. It was like I don't know. I don't know what Vegeta was thinking in that moment, but um, so there's a lot of filler that happens in the Namek series too. So they are now going to travel. The purpose of traveling to planet Namek is to wish their loved ones back
Yeah,
because
everyone
they
that
no
died,
longer
come back.
because they no
Uh,
longer have Dragon Balls. But
Goku.
it also becomes a point of like saving the Nameks as a people because
Mhm.
I think at some point they realize maybe it's not until they get on the planet, but like obviously like this enemy now known as Frieza, like him and his henchmen are now going after the Dragon Balls too. Because Frieza basically wants to do what Vegeta wanted to do. Frieza
Right.
wants to wish for immortality,
Right.
which
Um,
was Vegeta's shtick.
yeah. But yeah, so they somehow they find an old Namekian ship.
It was commies when he like it
Yeah,
was the ship that
commies.
he was sent to. Yeah.
So the group of them, which is Bulma, who becomes super irrelevant as soon as we get to Namek. Um, everything with her is filler as soon as we get to
Yeah.
Namek. Um, Krillin and Gohan travel to Namek on the ship.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, while Goku's laid up in the hospital, there's no more sensu beans because he got the last two.
Right.
Eventually, they do
Now,
grow more and give him some, and
here's a point that I would have to make about this. It's like, couldn't he have healed on the way to Namek? Like, couldn't they have
he
just,
could have, but then he wouldn't have the same amount of time to train.
I guess, yeah.
And there's no, I mean, he's like
There was
he's
no
so beat
gravity thing
up,
on the
like
Namek ship
his
too.
entire body is wrapped up in like different casks. Like
Yes, right.
he's got his both of his legs up, like
But as we learn from Vegeta, Saiyans become stronger from near-death
yeah, during
experiences.
the death experiences. It becomes very important during the Namek series.
Yeah, right.
But all this to say, while I mean, while Goku is laid up, the Capsule Corp, which Bulma is part of, her father owns, is building their own ship based off
Like
of the
reverse engineering
reverse
technology.
engineering this tiny spaceship that they found.
They're much better than the US government because
Yeah.
like we've known about aliens since the 60s and somehow like we've not.
And by the way, they're like, because this gravity thing became a big thing, like, why don't we just throw this in on
Yeah, oh, by the way, I like learned that you like to
we're gonna,
try I learned that you like to train under gravity, so I
yeah.
threw that in as a nice
Yeah, we're
touch.
gonna find this like device that's gonna help you a lot.
Yeah.
It becomes Goku's main focus to train under this intense gravity.
Right.
Uh,
So, um again, a lot of filler in this series, like
Mhm.
probably more than even in the Saiyan series.
There's a
They
ton of filler with Goku, right? He doesn't like land on another planet or anything.
well, there's some filler where like doesn't his like gravity thing malfunction at
Yeah,
one
there's one
point?
episode where it malfunctions. It becomes way too much for him, and he has to crawl on the floor and eventually turn it off.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's more filler that happens, I feel like, on Namek, where like Bulma's stuck in this by the ship. Poor Bulma.
I
She's
mean,
just
yeah.
stuck at that ship the whole time. She kind of falls in love with Zarbon for a little bit.
Oh yeah. He's
She's like
like
in
super
love with
cute
this
until he
guy.
becomes a monster.
Yeah. So Frieza. Okay. So
So this really becomes as soon as we get onto Namek, a lot of it does like a lot of the most interesting stuff surrounds Vegeta.
yeah.
Vegeta
Yes. Because you
up,
learn more about the fate of the Saiyans
yeah,
and like
and then he brings up this thing about Super Saiyans that eventually, obviously, foreshadowing, but
right.
um, he becomes obsessed with becoming a Super Saiyan. But anyways, like he lands where the with Frieza forces are. They heal him up in that tube thing. He's suspended in water where he's healed, which happens eventually to Goku. Um, he wakes up, finds out Frieza knows everything that he knows, made the educated guess that he made about Namek, and he almost leaves his scouter behind
Right.
because, as we learn, Saiyans have this innate ability once they fight someone to just pick up their skills. So he is starting to learn this
Right.
trick that the Earthlings have, where they can just
Oh,
heal enemies.
right.
But he's like, don't want to chance it. I'm still learning the skill. Gonna take my scouter with me. He runs into this guy that eventually is gonna beat the crap out of. Has a little
The little alien guy.
position with them, and runs into another little pod. Boom, off to Namek, where Frieza's already made his way to,
Right.
and his forces.
Right.
By the
Uh,
time Vegeta gets there, they're already on there, and the guy he just had this conflict with is already on the planet too. Weird.
Vegeta's way
He
behind.
must have left the same time he did because that's the first guy he fights
Right.
on the planet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to show this ability where like when a Saiyan almost dies and then they becomes get the supercharged power,
Right. Like their power level
he's
surges.
all of a sudden stronger than this guy that was at some point
The same thing
stronger than him.
happens with Zarbon too. Like
Yeah.
he
So
gets
he makes short
taken
work
down.
of this guy that he had this little run-in with
Right,
right
right,
before leaving.
right. Right. So I feel like the highlights of the Namek series, there's a lot that happens, but basically like Frieza's henchmen find most of the Dragon Balls.
Mhm.
Um, Vegeta kills he does kill Zarbon, but before that, who's the other guy?
The guy before Zarbon.
Didarian? Is it
Yeah,
Didarian?
which he is like all of a sudden
Didarian,
already more powerful than too. Like,
Didarian, yeah, he was more powerful. Like he kills him initially, like without having to like
yeah,
supercharge, or experience a near-death occurrence.
yeah,
Um, he kills Didarian, but Didarian reveals to him that it was Frieza that killed, like destroyed
destroyed the
Planet Vegeta.
planet. Yeah.
Like he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you this bit of information if you don't
If you
kill
let
me.
me live, I'll help
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Blah
And
blah blah.
then Vegeta's like, okay, cool, thanks for that. Boom, you're dead. Um, and so Vegeta is pretty apt at dispatching Frieza's henchmen,
Yeah.
except for
He does
Zarbon
have
initially.
hiccups here and there when he fights with Zarbon.
Yeah, but
Zarbon kind of introduces us to the idea of transformations, which
yeah,
become very important during the
yeah,
Frieza
right,
fight.
right, right, right,
He transforms into a big monster, which
right.
Vegeta was more powerful than Zarbon until he transformed. As soon as he transforms, I don't know why. How does he not kill him? Something happens where Vegeta again does not die. He suffers a near-death experience, but because he lives through it,
Which one?
who
Like
healed them? What happened
during
after?
what? During which one?
Okay, they fight Zarbon. He fights Zarbon. Zarbon turns into transforms and beats the crap
I
out
don't know
of
how
Vegeta.
he
Somehow Vegeta survives.
he gets launched into like a Trent, like he throws him into the earth and like this big,
I feel like he falls underwater or something, doesn't he?
or it is underwater maybe. I don't know. I don't remember how he gets healed after
But like,
Zarbon.
yeah, I can't remember what happens. He must find some sort of pod or something where he heals in because
Oh, well, no, this is what happens. Okay, so this is getting to what I was talking about.
because
He kills
he is on the verge of
he
death.
kills Didarian, right?
Mhm.
Um, Frieza's henchmen have collected, I think it's like, are there 7 Dragon Balls?
Mm. I think
Free
there's seven in total.
Frieza's henchmen have basically collected 5 of the
Five, I
seven
think. Yeah.
Dragon Balls. Vegeta found one, hid it,
Mm.
and after the Zarbon fight, when Vegeta gets, wounded, Zarbon brings him back, and they put him into a pod,
Oh, is that what happened?
and
Like,
they're gonna interrogate
they need
him.
to interrogate him. Yeah.
The thing that happens, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, is like nobody's monitoring him during this. Like he
Yeah. And
eventually
he wakes up and
he
blasts his
wakes
way
up,
out.
he blasts his way out of Frieza's ship, but before doing so, he grabs the Dragon Balls and tosses them out of the ship,
Mhm.
and launches them like across the planet. And which always like made me very curious as to like how he gets away with that. Like it almost seems like that's too convenient. Like how did he get away with
Yeah.
that?
When he woke up, it just happened to be something must have been going on where like no one was around, and luckily,
Yeah,
to his benefit, he's able to blast his way out. Put his armor back on,
right.
find the Dragon Balls that are just sitting there, scatters them. Or I think he throws. Somehow
He
he's able to like coordinate his throws where
he
he
has
like finds them all.
right. He's very accurate.
But now he has
He's
six
like a
because
five-star quarterback.
he has Frieza's five, the one he hid, and yeah, so he would have six in total.
Right.
Somehow he coordinates the throws enough
Right,
where
right,
he's able
right.
to find them, but he escapes.
And then Vegeta does what Frieza had done. Like he has his collection now of Dragon Balls, but he
Mhm.
doesn't have all of them.
Yeah,
I think at one point
I think
Gohan
Gohan and
finds
Krillin
one.
somehow they find one. They have.
Or it's with I think it's with Guru. Like they
Oh
go
yeah,
find
yeah.
the oldest Namekian,
Mhm.
um on who like the Dragon Balls depend on his like life force. Like when
Mhm.
he dies, the Dragon Balls turn to stone.
Same as Kami. Yeah.
Yeah. So um Go basically Vegeta's collected all of them. He escapes. Zarbon catches up with him again for the second time. However, he dispatches of Zarbon because now he's stronger than him, having survived. Like having been beaten near death, but sort of been brought back to life. Um, he beats Zarbon. He's collected 6 out of the 7. He's trying to convince Krillin and Gohan to get him the last one because at this point the Ginyu Force is either on we know that the Ginyu Force is on the way, but I think at the point that Vegeta's arguing with them, their ship is like landing on Namek, and like they see this happening, and Vegeta's like, you motherfuckers need to like get me this shit now. Like we gotta go make this wish now.
They also at this point realize someone tells them, one of the Namekians was like, "You don't get one wish, by the way, you get like three."
Three, yeah.
So they're like, okay, well, I guess you get your one wish, Vegeta, and we get ours.
Yeah, I think they like negotiate something.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Ginyu Force arrives. Um, they catch up with Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin, and they're like this goofy ragtag group. Like they all have their own unique like abilities. The one
Hogan.
that first fights in this frog-looking guy
He
can like
fights
stop time.
He's like super weak, like
Super
if he
weak,
didn't-
but he's got
if
this
he
really
didn't have that
important
ability. He wouldn't be part of the
He's
team.
like the least important member of the squad, but
Yeah.
Force, I mean, Ginyu Force. Is it Ginyu Force or Ginyu Squad? Ginyu Force?
Ginyu Force, yeah.
Vegeta dispatches to this guy. Like this guy freezes time. He's about to kill Krillin and Gohan. Vegeta cuts his head off, basically. Then it's Raccoon that steps up from the Ginyu Force. Raccoon beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, like we don't even get to the other members.
Yeah, the other guys don't really step in until Goku gets there. Basically, Raccoon beats the shit out of all of them. Goku gets there. Goku dispatches of Raccoon.
Raccoon in one hit, like elbow to the
boom, like you're done.
Abs,
like step down, sit down, boy. Like he puts him down.
And did he kill him?
Vegeta kills him after.
Vegeta does kill him.
And just fast forwarding, Goku also defeats Burter and Jace, who are like the really speedy guys. Like their trick is they're super fast. And they like leave a red cloud and a blue cloud behind them. Goku beats the crap out of them. And so like Burter is unconscious and so is Raccoon, and Vegeta steps in and like he knees Burter in the neck. He like breaks his neck. He breaks Burter's neck, and then he blasts Raccoon, whose
body is on the ground. Yeah.
And Goku yells at him about that.
Yeah.
And then Goku and the captain of the Ginyu Force fight. The one trick that he has is body switching. Like he switches body. Like once he realizes he's probably not going to beat Goku, he switches body.
Takes his body, which is like there are these points where like I really hate DBZ, like the Snake Road part where like before the Saiyans show up and we have that battle.
Right.
There's a lot of filler episodes. I feel like the period of like when he switches bodies to when Goku, I can't remember exactly. He tries the trick again. I think targeting Vegeta,
and then Goku tosses a frog.
Goku, somehow gets his body back.
Or Goku gets his body back, and then like
he tries it again,
and then he tosses a frog,
and then he becomes frog. The leader of Ginyu Force, and
becomes the Prince Frog.
Prince Frog.
He just needs a kiss from a lovely princess.
Lovely kiss. Will be changed back. But where are we going? That's the end of the Ginyu Force, and the next thing is Frieza.
Well, and Vegeta, like in that fight that happens between Goku and Captain Ginyu, at some point, Vegeta catches up with Jace and blasts Jace.
Yeah, they have. I do like that. They have like a nice little like one-on-one.
Yeah, that was a cool scene.
It's one of those moments again where Vegeta has recovered from the verge of death. This time because he got a senzu bean from Goku after right when Goku showed up, he gave all of them senzu beans.
Yeah, that was a cool scene where like they're running through the ship, he's chasing him around. Eventually, he just punches him, breaks his armor, and then just blasts him.
Yeah, Vegeta again
No.
had a near-death power up. Yeah, he does just mercilessly kills Jace,
Yeah.
which Jace was annoying. So classic
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
like Jace, like, oh, we're happy he's gone.
Him and Burger are probably the most annoying of the two.
Yeah, they had very annoying, like they were here like 80s hair metal.
Hmm.
Well, Jace was, not Birder, but Birder had a really annoying voice too.
Yeah, and their shtick was being fast, and that didn't really matter in the end. But
Yeah.
so that's it with the Guinea Force. So all that left is Frieza.
All that was left now is Frieza now and has no.
How does the
Well,
because Goku has to be healed. Something. How does he get hurt?
so
They have to beat him up, right?
they have to beat the crap out of him because it's Captain Ginyu in his body.
Right.
And
So by the time he gets back
and
into his
Captain
body,
Ginyu had wounded himself before he changed his bodies with Goku. Captain Ginyu
did he do the
wounded
same
himself
thing with
to like
Goku?
no, but
They must have just beat him up enough that like the other thing was when Captain Ginyu took Goku's body, he had to learn how to use his body.
right, he wasn't
Like he
strong.
couldn't like
Right,
access
yeah.
all of Goku's
Like he
strength.
couldn't figure out how to power up in him because like he
Um,
wasn't used to that.
yeah, it would have taken him time. So he never figured out enough to like beat them.
Right.
But
So Goku's all
Goku
beaten
must
up.
be beat up.
He's got to. They don't have any more sensu beans, so he's got to get into like a pod to be healed. Now
And this is
during
the classic thing where Goku is like MIA while the rest have to buy
very much like the Saiyan saga, like
Yeah.
everybody's got to buy time. Like basically, the combination. Eventually, Piccolo comes in the mix, but the combination of Krillin, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo later
Well,
on.
Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta to start with.
Initially, and then Piccolo
Piccolo
comes
is
in
the
later.
one who comes in after being powered up
Yeah, by Nails.
another Namekian who was on the verge of death. But all this to say that I can't remember exactly how the altercation starts. Like
It starts because they summon the Nail is fighting.
yeah, by the time Frieza shows up to fight them, the dragon
The
they
dragon's
get
come and
two
gone.
wishes in, and then the guy dies.
Yes, they get two wishes. They get what were the two wishes? I think the wish was because they figure out, unlike the Earth Dragon Balls, with the Namekian Dragon Balls, they can only wish one life back at a time. They can't wish multiple lives.
They can't? Well, they do bring a bunch of people back, don't they?
Well, I think
How do they do
I
that?
think that's what the
I don't
Earth
know what the
isn't that with the
wishes are.
Earth Dragon Balls? I don't know. I
They
can't
never
remember.
get to Vegeta's wish.
For some reason, they only brain Piccolo back, and the two wishes they get are Piccolo comes back,
Oh, do
Piccolo's
they not bring in everyone back? Yeah, Piccolo comes back. They bring
and they
Piccolo
transport him to Namek.
Namek.
And so those are the two wishes they get before
And-
before the Dragon Balls turn to stone.
And before the third wish can be cast, the
The
guy,
guru
the
dies.
elder, the guru of Namek dies.
Yeah,
Which
so they
then the Dragon Balls fade out of existence. I
Right.
guess they become stone. Same like what happened to the Dragon Balls on Earth once
Right.
Kami died.
So, Frieza freaks out because like the sky darkens and
Mhm.
like something's going on, and then Frieza, and then actually it's Nail. Nail reveals to Frieza on Nail's on the verge of death, that at this point, the little
The wish
Namekian,
must be starting.
like
the
yeah,
dragon
the
must have been
dragon,
summoned.
certainly by now they've gotten there and they're summoning the dragon.
Mhm.
And so Frieza freaks out and he's like rushing towards them. Um, Dragon comes and goes. Frieza arrives. They are
Now that
it's
Dragon
now
Balls
time to
are gone,
fight Frieza and like buy some time until Goku wakes up.
wakes up.
And they go through three. So the thing with Frieza is Frieza has uh, five. What are
He
they?
had 5 total. So it was like 4.
So it's his initial. There's the second with the spikes. The third with like the alien, like the alien
looks like
head.
Alien from like the Aliens saga, Alien versus
Four-
Predator.
Four is his final version, but then there's five where he bulks up, like he goes to 100%
Oh
when he's
yeah.
fighting Goku. So there's like technically 4.5. Uh, what do you call it? Evolutions? What forms? Forms.
Transformations.
He's got like 4.5 forms. And so he's for forms one, two, and three, he's fighting a combination of Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, and then pick by part three, Piccolo's fighting him.
Mhm.
I think Piccolo fights him in two, but then forces him to transform to three. I can't remember. Like,
Yeah, he does fight Piccolo. Piccolo finds Nail, obviously. We talked about this on the Verge of Death. Nail is able to perform this like weird thing where he transfers his energy into
yeah,
Piccolo,
he's absorbed,
already like supercharging.
which makes sense because like Kami had split off. Like, it makes sense from a Namek standpoint
Yeah,
because like they if they can
I guess
split,
they have this ability to transfer energy to one
they
another.
also have the ability, or like you find this early on, like where he's like his arm grows back,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Nail's arm does. Like they have the ability to regenerate body part. Oh, I guess Piccolo does do that too.
Anyways, by the time Piccolo shows up, he is like he's a perfect match for um Frieza's second.
He's like just strong enough to fight
Yeah, he's
Frieza
able to
at that
fight
point.
Frieza. It's probably the strongest we ever see Piccolo. We never see him like this again.
He fights Cell at one point, but it's like meaningless.
Yeah, this is the most powerful we'll ever get to see Piccolo in the
Yeah.
series again.
It's the last time he kind of matters because you're like, oh, like
Yeah.
he's kind of putting
He's kind of like the Goku to save the day before Goku wakes up.
Anyways, nobody is able to really
Yeah,
like they're
Frieza
able,
transforms again, and then no
Frieza
one's a
gets
match
to
for him.
Frieza gets to his
He gets this final transformation though before Goku wakes up.
yes, he does.
Maybe I think he just wants to transform and like wipe them all out.
Yeah, right. Um and Goku wakes up, Goku comes out to save the day like always, and it
Yeah,
goes
Goku
okay
is
for him.
kind of a match for him, but not exactly. Like Frieza does have the upper hand
It
most
does
of the
feel like a
fight.
lot during that fight that Frieza's kind of like toying with him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like I could have crushed you, but like
Mhm.
let's see, like it's almost like it's a lot like Goku, like let's see how strong you are.
But then we have another Spirit Bomb moment, and because Namek, the planet is bigger, it has a lot more like life. The Spirit Bomb essentially pulls from the life force of a planet.
Right.
Planet Namek, I guess, is much bigger than Earth, and it has more life force from trees and like living creatures and whatnot. And so the Spirit Bomb is like 100 times bigger than the one on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive. Uh,
Right.
and again, we have this moment where like somehow they distract Frieza while uh, Goku's putting the Spirit Bomb together. And much like what happens on Earth, he does attack Frieza with a Spirit Bomb. It doesn't kill Frieza. Hurts him a lot, but doesn't kill him.
I think that happens a lot with the Spirit Bomb.
It
Like,
happened with, I mean, it seemed to have more effect against.
well, they use it against Vegeta.
The only time it ever really kills someone is in the movie, The Tree of Life.
Yeah. We aren't going to get in the movies, but we
Yeah.
do love a lot of the early movies.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only time it is used to finish someone off that I'm aware of.
Yeah, right.
But anyways, it hurt Vegeta more in that fight. But like Frieza comes out from the ground after being attacked with a Spirit Bomb, immediately kills
Krillin.
Krillin.
Well, he kills the young Namek.
Yeah,
He
And then
kills
Krillin-
the young Namek and Vegeta,
yeah.
right?
The death of Krillin is very memorable. He was this weird like
Well,
little
they hit then they
red laser beam that like attaches itself to Krillin.
it's like this happy moment too where like they thought they beat Frieza and so they're like they're like, they're laughing and giggling and then all of a sudden Krillin's like shooting up into the air. Like he has his like
Well, this like little laser attaches up to Krillin, and then he's like
okay.
forced up into the air and he explodes.
And I remember, well, at least the English dubbing version where Frieza goes, "Pop goes the weasel," and he goes,
Yeah.
um, and that just sets Goku off.
Yeah.
Goku is just like, as if like a death before that never impacted him. Like he just loses it, and that's what triggers the most memorable thing in all of Dragon Ball Z, the Super Saiyan
Transformation. Yeah.
He transforms into a Super Saiyan.
Yes, with golden hair.
He
You
get-
know he's Super Saiyan because now he's blonde.
yes.
Uh,
He hit up the salon. He got
Mhm.
those highlights.
uh-huh.
He's looking good.
Yeah.
He's over 1 million power level.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Is Frieza able to read power levels? I don't think she is.
I don't
Or
know.
he is. I would say
He's
she.
probably never cared because he's been so powerful. Like he's never needed to worry about
Yeah, I don't
anything.
think he can because all his henchmen have to have the scouters. But
Mm.
yeah, like Frieza kills Goku's best friend Krillin, and it just sets him off, and he transforms.
Yeah. And later on,
Because the legendary figure that Vegeta has been foreshadowing this
yeah,
entire
right. And, like
Namekian
Vegeta won't shut the
saga.
fuck up about it. Actually,
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons I think that like Frieza kills him. Like,
He becomes
just
super
shut the
annoying.
fuck up about
Yeah.
this Super Saiyan thing. Beep, and
Beep.
little finger laser.
Yeah,
Dead.
that's before he transforms into. Yeah, Vegeta dies before he does transform, right?
Well, Vegeta thinks that he's a Super Saiyan. Like he gets Krillin to shoot him in the
Yeah.
chest.
He tries to have another near death moment so he can
Yeah,
have
and then
another power surge.
the young Namekian, I can't remember his name, has the healing abilities, so he
Heals him.
heals him, and that gives Vegeta the chance to fight off Frieza a little bit longer, but that doesn't materialize.
But he's no match still.
He's no match. Anyways, there's more back and forth that happens with Goku and Frieza, but I feel like, you know, Goku turns into Super Saiyan. He's able to beat up on Frieza pretty easily, and then Frieza goes to his 100%, like ability in his final form. And still, there's a little bit back and forth. Uh,
The funny thing about I think the fight is like we mentioned before, foreshadowed earlier, Frieza is able to breathe in space. And so when
right.
Frieza realizes
his last
like
ditch effort, he does come to at some point realize I'm not going to
that
beat
I'm
him,
no match for this Super Saiyan thing.
so
And
I'm going to just destroy this planet.
yeah, so that's his thing. But like so he says like you've got like 5 minutes. Like I threw this energy ball that will dig into the
Every enemy in the show's like, hey, like by the way, like let me give you a time
time
synopsis.
frame.
Like let me give you a time
You
frame.
got a year to train, or you got 5 minutes before.
There's a year the Saiyans are gonna come. By the way, you got 5 minutes, and this planet's gonna
Yeah.
destroy. I want to be. I'm trying to kill you, but I'm also
Yeah.
being a courteous.
But yeah, the funny thing is like Frieza forms this ball of energy, throws it into the earth where it eventually will dig into the core of this planet
Right.
to destroy it.
Right. Yeah.
And Frieza's like, yeah, 5 minutes. And I feel like that 5 minutes will encompass like
The
2 or 3 episodes.
Yes, it's for
30-minute,
one of the,
2
one
or
of the
3 30-minute episodes.
One of the things that we learn, well, one of the things I remember from recapping some YouTubers who were recapping the series, it's like this is the longest fight that's ever been had, in anime history. Maybe any anime show. Like the fight that happens between Goku and Frieza takes forever. And eventually, Frieza does this thing where he begs for his life. Like it gets to the point where Goku is obviously beating Frieza. Frieza throws
last ditch effort
it-
tries to do
well. He does right.
the-
He does the planet destruction thing, but he also throws these like
effort to beat Goku is to try and cut him in half with these laser discs.
yeah, right. Frieza
Which
also
Krillin tried to do against who was it?
Krillin tried to do against Nappa.
Yeah.
Frieza throws these like purple destructo discs that are chasing Goku. Goku flies around and dodges them to the point where he gets them to basically like he flies around and gets them to hit Frieza. And Frieza gets
essentially cut in half, missing one limb, has like
two discs hit.
He has
Frieza.
his upper torso and one arm left.
Yeah, right. So one arm gets cut off and his torso gets cut in half. And Frieza's like lying there, like, and apparently, I don't remember this, but the YouTuber remember this. Like, Goku does this thing where he transfers some energy to Frieza to keep Frieza alive for a little bit because he's like, you pretty much lost the fight. Like,
Much like Vegeta, like
This planet's gonna blow up. I need to go get back to my family. We got to get out of here. But I'm gonna give you some of this energy to stay alive because I'm not a monster. And Frieza does this thing where Goku's flying away, and despite him flying away, Frieza shoots a beam at him.
yeah.
And I think this is what he says. Goku turns around. It's
Goku,
like,
at
"You fool!"
at this point, Goku had untransformed from his Saiyan form.
Right.
He's flying
It's
away,
Saiyan, right.
his Super Saiyan form, and Frieza launches this blast of energy
Right.
at him. He is again so upset that he automatically transforms back into the Super Saiyan, does his classic, I think, Kamehameha to then boom, destroy Frieza. Like, hey, I gave you this chance, you didn't take
Right.
it, now you're dead.
Right.
Which he wasn't, which we find later on, but we're not going to go into that. Um, but that ends the Saiyan saga. We don't see, not the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga. We don't see Goku. The fate of Goku is kind of up in the air. We don't see
Right.
him get
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
We later find out that he did.
Right.
But
Didn't he instant? Is that where he learned to instant transmission? Like to? Is that where he learned that technique?
wait. Something else happens though, because they must bring Kami back.
Right.
And then they have they have the Earth Dragon Balls, which then they use to bring everyone else back because Vegeta does like wake up out of the dirt that they buried him in. So he gets off the planet too with them.
Well, they all get wished off the planet. They're all wished back to life and get wished off the planet
Okay.
to Earth.
All right.
That's the end of the Frieza saga. Frieza dies.
All the Namekians end up on Earth too. They get out. They must have been part of the wish.
Right. And everybody's wished to Earth. Earth becomes their pseudo new home, but I think that at some point they do leave to go find
young
Namek.
Namekian who's been healing everyone this whole episode stays to, I think, eventually replace Kami.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Kami does come back to life.
As the Namekian like, overseer of Earth, like
is he
the person who will.
Well, is he going to learn from Kami? Because Kami does come back to life.
Yeah, but I think the idea is like he's going to take over. Kami's old, like
right.
He eventually will die, and so I think the idea is like the Dragon Balls will still have a home on Earth because this guy's going to take over.
Yes, right.
Because he's the one Namekian other than Piccolo and Kami who we regularly see going forward on Earth.
Yeah. Well, and eventually Goku is going to come back into the fold, but it's not until it's getting into parts that we aren't going to talk about. But like Frieza will return, and that Frieza was going to return, and that introduces Trunks and the whole Android saga, basically. But Goku comes back to life, and then has a heart condition because he's older.
Yeah. Anyways, suffice to say, we focused on the Saiyan and the Namek series because to us, like everything past that is
everything past Frieza kind of sucks.
Yeah. That's the thing we enjoyed most from our childhood was Saiyan
those
saga.
Were the series that were most memorable. Yeah, I don't know.
That was our introduction.
We're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bob may or may not buy some figures from that movie. We're going to see if his wife lets him do that. I'm talking in the third person. But join us next time. This has been Split Personalities. We are a podcast hosted by twins, Bob and Ray. If you like what we've done, like and subscribe. That's what all the YouTube people say.
Donate.
We're still looking for a sponsor. We love money. We're going
to set up some sort of donation site. So
I think we're going to try to look into Patreon or something like that. And anybody who wants to give us money can give us money.
Yes,
because we will take that money.
We'll take it, and then we'll spend it.
And this has been Split Personalities. Cheers. See you next time. If I can hit stop.